Good day, everyone. So today let's talk about the Microsoft Corporation and its privacy policies, its intellectual property, and many more. So again, I I am John Benedict Redondo, and our report will be having three parts. And first part will be a brief introduction of the Microsoft Corporation. Next is the intellectual property, privacy, privacy and civil liberties, and security policies, laws, and computer crime investigations. So first, let's talk about the Microsoft. Who is Microsoft? Uh, we all know that Microsoft is actively involved in creating, licensing, and providing support for a variety of software products and services tailored to meet different requirements. It all started from the brains of a Harvard College dropout, Bill Gates, and his college friend Paul Allen when they decided to create a multinational computer technology and company named Microsoft. Their first success was in January 1975 when a successful Altair deal was done, which sought the two founders to form a company that could bring glory to the computer market. Their revenues from 1975 totaled $16,000 and later on continued as they formed a partnership with IBM, which resulted in Microsoft providing a crucial operating system, DOS, for IBM PCs. This meant that for every IBM computer sold, a royalty was paid to Microsoft. It means that for every computer sold in the market, a paid royalty is generated to Microsoft. And the introduction of Windows 3.0 skyrocketed the business game of Microsoft and, and became the sole keeper of the PC software standard. As technology advanced and personal computers became so popular, the bulk of Microsoft's revenue was generated from sales to consumers, and that brought Microsoft being hailed as the first software company to reach $1 billion in revenues. Its market share snowballed as more and more versions of Microsoft Windows were launched. Up to this date, Microsoft is still in its position as the largest vendor of computer software in the world, and it is no secret that its success comes from good management of its business side. Now that I have introduced Bill Gates as the co-founder of Microsoft, let's talk about the intellectual property. So, in general, intellectual property or IP refers to legally protected creations of the mind, such as inventions, designs, trademarks, trade secrets, and artistic works that provide exclusive rights to the creators or owners. These rights enable businesses to control the use of their innovations, differentiate themselves from competitors, and derive economic value through commercialization, licensing, or other forms of exploitation. Intellectual property plays a crucial role in fostering innovation, encouraging investment in research and development, and providing a competitive advantage in the marketplace. Now, let's deal with intellectual property in the field of technology. As we all know, in the field of technology, intellectual property rights, such as patents, play a crucial role in protecting innovations, encouraging research development, and fostering innovation that sought companies to benefit from these rights by gaining a competitive advantage, differentiating themselves from competitors, and safeguarding their services, technologies, products, and overall identity. That means that intellectual property rights in technology also open avenues for monetization through licensing, allowing companies to generate revenues by granting others the right to use, manufacture, or sell their products. Additionally, the intellectual property portfolio serves as a valuable asset, attracting investors interested in a company's commitment to innovation. In the technology sector, establishing trademarks is crucial for building trust and loyalty among consumers, as branding is often closely tied to products and services. Now let's explore the Microsoft's intellectual property portfolio. Now in this part, we'll be dealing with patent, copyrights, trademarks, and open source and IP licensing. Let's talk about first the patent. Microsoft's patent portfolio reflects a sustained commitment to research and development across various technology domains, including operating systems, security, productivity, and emerging areas like artificial intelligence, mixed reality, and quantum computing even. While consistently ranked among the top 10 companies for annual patents, Microsoft prioritizes the quality over quantity of patents. Microsoft focuses on strategic innovations, aligning its portfolio with the company's future trajectory in the industry. Microsoft supports policies that enhance patent quality through clear and valid claims, advocating for a streamlined prosecution and adjudication process. They emphasize transparency in ownership. With over 80% patents filed in multiple countries, Microsoft actively promotes the harmonization of patents laws to ensure global consistency and coherence. Next is we have copyrights. The ownership of Microsoft products and services encompassing images, text, software downloads referred to as content lies as either Microsoft Corporation or third parties uh, who have who have authorized Microsoft to use the content. Permission for content owned by third parties cannot be granted by Microsoft. An individual is permitted to copy, modify, distribute, display, license, or even sell the content only if explicit permission is granted within the we have the end user license agreement or the EULA, or this is the license terms accompanying the content or as outlined in provided guidelines. Additional guidance can be sought from your company attorney for further clarification. Well, in copyrights, we have the following requirements for allowed uses, or these are the following in which you can copyright while Microsoft copyrights its products. First is the use of full product name. If one would use references to Microsoft product, there must be a use of full name of the product. Next is the link methods. One should link to Microsoft content by using a plain text link which with words such as this way to Microsoft.com, quote unquote. Next is the no offensive use. One must not use it for obscene or pornographic and should not be disparaging, defamatory, or libelous to Microsoft, any of its products, or any other person or entity. Lastly is the permitted by Microsoft. One must include the following statement, quote unquote, use with permission from Microsoft. Next is trademarks. Following the trademark guidelines outlined can assist in safeguarding Microsoft's brand assets, encompassing logos, names, app, and product icons, and the trust associated with them. These are created to provide clarity on the appropriate usage of their brand assets, as Microsoft maintains the right to take necessary actions to protect these assets, thereby safeguarding the interests of its customers and the public. We have examples of how they use the trademark guidelines. First is quote unquote, don't miss Contoso Memorial Day sale featuring a limited time discount on Microsoft Excel software. So with that statement, we can see that the Contoso game can be played on Xbox gaming console, and it is not in the Microsoft Excel software. Next is the Contoso app works with Microsoft Teams. So in that way, we could see there is a inconsistency of the use of the trademark guidelines. Another example is the brand assets requiring authorization from Microsoft. We have the iconic Microsoft logo, the Microsoft logo backups, which is the Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Azure, and the Microsoft product icons in the Microsoft Office. You can see the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Teams. And lastly, the badges. So one example here is the Microsoft Surface authorized by service provider. So one of these examples are considered the brand assets protected by the Microsoft. Next is the open source. Microsoft fully embraces open source principles, recognizing the power of collaborative development and accelerating innovation. as a leading contributor to global open source ecosystems, including the Linux Foundation, Eclipse Foundation, Python Software Foundation, and Rust Foundation, all of them actively engage in fostering a robust open source community. Lastly is the IP licensing. As digital media creation grows, the need for storing and sharing across various platforms persists. Microsoft's Extended File Allocation Table, or EXFAT, a patented file system, offers an unparalleled convenience for seamless file exchange between devices using removable storage. With its capability to handle large file sizes and ensure compatibility across different devices and operating systems, exFAT stands as an essential tech licensing program for efficient file storage and transfer solutions. Now let's explore Microsoft's intellectual property licensing policy. As stated, Microsoft periodically publishes new licensing programs on Microsoft.com to promote broader availability and use of their technologies. During this moment, Microsoft continuously maintains their programs for licensing Windows, other source code, hundreds of communication protocols, popular Microsoft Office XML schemas, and other technologies. Microsoft has a track record of licensing patents under commercially reasonable terms to companies that uphold Microsoft's intellectual property rights. While Microsoft generally entertains all license requests, it retains the discretion not to license specific technologies and/or patents. So, despite having a lot of patents in the Microsoft still maintains the proper use of license. And with that, when Microsoft opts to license patents, it typically does so on a non-exclusive basis, following industry norms for what is commonly referred to as commercially reasonable terms, similar to how other entities in the technology industry license their patents. Among this intellectual property licensing policy is the standard bodies, academic research, and Microsoft SDKs, or software development kits. First is the application to existing standards commitments, application to academics, and application to software development kits, or SDKs. So what are the challenges Microsoft may face in protecting its intellectual property? As mentioned here in the list is the global nature of operations, rapid technological changes, open source dynamics, emerging markets and enforcements, counterfeiting and piracy, standardization, public perception, policy and regulatory changes, and trade secrets. So for this part, that would be all for the for the intellectual property of the Microsoft Corporation. For the next episode, we'll be discussing the privacy and civil liberties. So that will be all, and thank you for watching.